we had a question in class about the core boundaries, and the way that I use the core boundaries is for dimensioning. So if we make a wall, let's go over here to properties, and let's take a wall here that has some pieces in it, metal stud. All right, let's draw that first of all. Okay, now notice that it's just boundary. If we go down here, change it to fine resolution, then we can see all of the pieces. Now, let's draw, let's draw that wall again. Let me just put it right here. Okay. Now, let's take a look at this wall. We'll edit the type. And let's take a look at the core boundary location. I like the preview, and I like to look at it in section. And there we go. So the first row is highlighted here, so it's highlighted over here. The Revit's telling us, okay, this is what you've got. So this wall is put together the way that I like it to be, in that core boundaries straddle the structure. And the advantage to that, now we'll take a look at it, is if I want to dimension, well, let's say I want to dimension to the, well, here's wall center line. I could dimension to wall center line, and that's going to find the absolute midpoint of that wall and put in a dimension, okay? But if I wanted to go to the center of the core, which is maybe a value, that's in this case, it's the center of the structure. Okay, so that would be some information that somebody might be able to use in the construction. What's the center line of the structure? Or we can say wall faces, which are very common. And you can see that it just picks the wall faces real quickly. And it's a bit sloppy. Let's pull that out to there. And we'll pull that out to there. So real quickly, you can see that the setting of the core boundary makes sense. Now, if I don't need to set it to the core boundaries to the outside faces of the wall, because Revit automatically will pick the center line of the wall here. So if let's see if we can do that. Oops, not liking that. So we won't fight Revit. We'll just say, okay, you win. So you can see that these dimensions are equal. So that's to the midpoint of the wall. So the question was about the core boundaries. And I like to use the core boundaries between the structure in the event that I want to give that information. There's really, the center line of this assembled wall here is of no value to anybody. Probably it doesn't to anyone trying to construct it. But the center line of the structure is, and of course the wall faces are pieces of information that someone who's trying to construct it might be able to use. So in summary, the core boundaries, I set them up. You have to have something between the core boundaries when you're assembling or creating a new structure. You have to have something. If I try to delete this right now, notice that it's not a possible thing to do. There must be something between the core boundaries. So if I wanted to get rid of the structure, I might move up. Now I have a membrane layer, and now you can see I can delete something. I can delete that structure from this wall because now there still remains something between the core boundary. Certainly don't want to do that. So there's a quick question that was in class that didn't really fully answer. And hopefully that makes sense to everybody now.